Hello and welcome to Teaching Across Borders, a dialogue between Ghana and the United States. My name is Richmond Nti and I'm your host. This podcast is a two-part series, and in this second series, I will be interviewing a teacher from Ghana, but teaches in the United States. This podcast explores one of the most important yet often overlooked aspects of teaching: classroom management and student expectations. While teachers across the world face similar challenges, maintaining order, setting expectations, and supporting student learning, the ways they navigate these challenges are shaped by the systems and environment in which they teach. In this episode, I'm joined by two Ghanaian teachers who share a unique connection. Both were trained at the University of Education, Winneba, but their professional journeys have taken them down different paths. One currently teaches in a Ghanaian high school, while the other teaches in a high school here in the United States. Through an open conversational dialogue, we will explore how each teacher manages their classroom, communicates expectations, responds to students' behavior, and adapt to the realities of their school system. This is not about deciding which system is better, but about understanding how teachers navigate different educational contexts while working toward the same goal: creating a productive and respectful learning environment. So before we dive in, can you tell us about yourself and a little bit about your journey from Ghana to the US classroom?
Okay, thank you for your question. I'm in the person of Emmanuel Ankrah, and I hail from Ghana, and I had my bachelor's degree from University of Education, Winneba, and I had this in the year 2018. So in 2019, I had my service at Osei Tutu Senior High School, and then 2021, I had my first appointment as a professional teacher. That is why I began teaching. And that was Sechedumasi Senior High Technical. So I served there for about 4 years. So after I served at Sechedumasi Senior High School for 4 years, I transferred to Kumasi Senior High Technical, that is KSTS, in 2024. So I served there for a year, and I had the opportunity to come to the United States here to also teach mathematics in one of the high schools over here. So this is the journey that has taken me back from Ghana to this place.
All right. So which school do you teach now? What's the name of the school you teach now?
Okay, currently I'm teaching at Scott's Branch Middle High School.
Okay.
It's in San Martin.
Thank you for telling us your journey all the way from from Winneba to teaching in a high school in Ghana, and then coming all the way to the US to teach. So is teaching here different from teaching back in Ghana?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think is the difference?
Okay, from my experience, I realized that teaching in Ghana is more of teacher-centered approaches. Yeah, most classrooms, everything is done by the teacher.
Okay.
And that is how we were trained. And our students' nature also help us to be using that particular strategy. And when they come to United States, it's quite different. Over here, the student is more centered because there are high-tech classrooms, available internet, everything that really support engagement in the classroom. So every time students have something doing with their hands and everything. And most of the students over here really like practicing, doing everything by themselves. If you leave them to sit there quietly without doing anything, you will not get their attention. So I think that's really called for engaging the students most of the time in the classroom than you, the teacher, doing everything. So over here it is student-centered, and way back in Ghana was teacher-centered. That is the difference I know.
Oh, okay. So teacher-centered in Ghana, and then student-centered here in the US. Okay.
Of course.
So what do you enjoy, most about teaching in the US? What do you enjoy most about it?
Okay. Coming here, I've really seen difference. Look, over here, we have high professional teachers, administrators who are very helpful and supporting us every time. If you don't know anything, they just come to your aid, tell you the right thing, and then you are gone. And I also enjoy working with diverse teachers and then students over here too. People are from different countries coming together over here. Some are having different languages, so sometimes we learn from each other. So I really enjoy coming to teach over here. And there is high-tech classroom that are providing every equipment that I need to teach. I have my internet, my smart board, everything. Yeah, I have every activity, engagement material that I can take my students through. Okay. So coming here, it has been very good thing.
All right, thank you for sharing that. So let's now move to classroom management. So when you hear the phrase classroom management, what does it mean to you in your context?
Okay. Classroom management, I think, is you laying down a structured and respectful environment for students, that students will feel very safe and engaging in the classroom. And this structure that we are going to provide should be consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be consistent with it, practice it all the time so that it becomes part of the students. And through that, we are going to have the attention, everything in the instructional process. So when you talk about classroom management, it's all about you providing an environment for the student to feel safe, be engaged, and have learning focus in the classroom without any distraction. So that is how I understand it.
Okay. So quick one. When you look at, you teaching back in Ghana, right, and you teaching here in the US, would you say that, you've adapted different classroom management skills, or is the same?
Oh, yes. I have developed a different classroom management strategies as I go here. Because way back in Ghana, our students were different.
Okay.
And over here, the students over here are also different. Back in Ghana, our students quickly listen to you, the teacher, because over there, the teacher is always having an authority over the student. When I say this, they stick to it. When I say sit here, they sit. Okay. But over here, it's not like that. So it has helped me to know different ways to deal with them. I've got to know several strategies plans that I put in place in order to take care of all these distractions that come from the students. So I can say I've learned a lot. If you would want me to mention some of the strategies, I can also go further.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So the first thing is, over here, I've come to know that if you really want to have the students' attention, then you have to build a very strong and trusting relationship with the students. Okay. If you don't build strong relationship with them, my friend, you will not feel comfortable working with them. And sometimes too, you have to consult the parent and have conversation about the student to the parent. If they do something good, you commend them to the parents, and the parents are gonna help you to have a peaceful mind to work with their students. So building strong relationship has been one of the strategies that I know it helps to maintain good behavior in the classroom, and also making sure that you have engagement plans in the classroom. Make sure that students always have something to be doing. Okay. Engage them throughout the activities. If you don't engage them and they are idle sitting over there, my friend, they're never gonna pay attention to you. They will just be moving around. They don't mind you being a teacher in the classroom. They can move around to different desks, hitting the other, throwing items, going here and there. So always, if you have something for them doing, it helps them to also keep quiet and then be on their seat and focus on whatever is going on. Sometimes we use proactive measures.
Okay.
What do I mean by proactive measures? Proactive measures is maybe if a student is going off task, you give an eye wink to them to redirect their focus. Or sometimes they really hate it when you mention their name that Kofi, stop doing this. They feel very bad when you mention their name to their colleagues that he is doing something bad. So in order not to, cause that, you can just draw close to the student. Okay. You continue teaching, then you just walk through and then go and stand beside the student. So as they feel your presence, then they try to calm down.
Okay.
So this and many are the strategies that I have that are helping me very well in the classroom.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So let me ask you that. Did you learn, these strategies here, or how did you come about these strategies?
Okay. I learned most of them over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned most of them over here. And as I was saying, my school principal and the administrators, they have special people who take us through some training about how to manage the classroom. And they also give us some documents to read. So these are the sources that I got my strategies from. And also sometimes I make use of the internet. Yeah, I search some of the ways through which I can have a peaceful engagement with my students and manage their behaviors.
Okay.
So that is it.
All right. Thank you for that. So what rules or routines, are non-negotiable in your classroom, and why? Because you talked about, sometimes with these students, if you don't use proactive measures, they wouldn't listen to what you're saying, right? Yeah. So what are some of the rules that are non-negotiable that when a student does in the class, it would, demand punishment for that student?
Okay, thank you. I will talk about two major things.
Okay.
One is respect.
Okay.
If you disrespect in my classroom, you'll never have your peace of mind to, stay with me in the classroom. I never look at it when you disrespect either your colleague or the teacher. I always try to let them understand that if you respect each other, it builds your confidence. If you are welcome in the classroom, you are able to do everything possible. But if any student is looked down or assaulted or intimidated, it takes them off. They don't feel safe in the classroom. Sometimes it can lead to serious arguments.
Right.
So respect is something that I don't joke with it in my classroom to both colleagues. And the other thing I will talk about is about responsibility. Everything is about responsibility. Putting measures in place in order to address students' misbehaviors, that is the management skills and everything, is all about responsibility. If students know what they are expected to do, it helps you to move smoothly in the instructional process. So at the beginning of the school year, I let students know what they are expected of. I give them some roles that they are to perform in the classroom and what they should do in order to be welcomed in the classroom. So if you are not responsible, then definitely they are going to go contrary to their rules, and it is not going to help maintain peace and order in the classroom. So I will talk about these two.
Okay. Well, that's very important. I think respect and responsibility.
Yeah.
Very, very important. So, what are some of the common behavior challenges you face in class?
Okay. One of the common behavior challenges is students going off task. Yeah. If you are not consistent with them, the little time you give to them, they will be easy to talk. Wow. They always want to talk to each other. They always want to play, talk about something different from whatever you are teaching.
Wow.
Yeah, that is something common in every class.
What's the age? What's the age range? This is middle school, right?
No, I'm teaching the high school.
High school, okay.
Grade 9. Yeah, they just came from the middle.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So their age range is from 13 to 15. Most of them are 14 years.
Okay.
13 to 15. Yeah.
And they like to play in the classroom.
Yeah, they like to play.
Wow.
Even the grade 12 students, they don't care. I have something called saw time. Saw time, we have mix of students who come to your class to work on their, they have some platform, and the school has a software that each student, each grade has something to work on.
Okay.
So when they come together, you will not even see a grade 9 student or a grade 12 student. They all do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. They do things in common.
Wow.
So over here, always you have to be on them. Make sure they have something doing. Always have to be managing them. To go off task. And another thing I also talk about is transitioning. If you are transitioning to another thing, that is the time they also try to also go off. Most of the time when I have my, let's say when I'm having a class test or I'm having a quiz, that takes on right after I come to the classroom. And when it comes to an end, whilst the period is not over, it is very difficult to get them back. Yeah, because they think they are done with their test, therefore they have to play until the class ends.
Wow.
So when you are doing a major activity and you want to transition to another thing, it becomes a problem. Yeah, so that is one other major activity, one other major problem that I have in my classroom. When you are transitioning, then you don't want to.
So how do you solve that? How do you
So in order to solve that, that is what I've been saying. I always ponder on my routines, on my expectations, on my rules. All the time I have my rules pasted in the classroom. So if a student is doing this, I refer them to this. That, do you read this line? What does it say? You are supposed to do this, you are supposed to do that. Therefore, let me see you doing it. So I always refer them to the rules and regulations and then the expectations. I'm always consistent with the routine. I ask them that when you are transitioning from this, what do you have to do? Then they say it. Then I see to them that they do it. So I use consistency on the rules and expectations to address these issues.
And does it work?
Oh yeah, it works.
Okay.
It really works. Yeah.
Because the reason why I ask is that, like back in Ghana, when you misbehave in a classroom, we use canes. And so when students, see the canes, they would do whatever you tell them. So I'm thinking, if you use the writing on the board, for them to actually see, what they are not supposed to do, is it going to really work? But in your case, it works. So
yeah, it works. Yeah, but over here we don't use canes on them. I was once telling them that, in fact, the way you are misbehaving, if you were in my country, by now you would have ended fighting with me, because over there we use canes on us. They were like, really? And they sit there for you to cane them? I said, yeah, because they really also respect the teacher. Yeah, after everything, they respect the teacher, so they just do the right thing. But over here, it's different. So over here, there is no cane used over there.
Okay. So my next question is, how do your school policies support or sometimes limit your ability to discipline students?
Okay. My school, they have policies that are in line, which help us to address issues of students, but it has limits. Yeah, it really has limits. So for my school, the things that you, the teacher, can do to address a student's misbehavior is, first, maybe I can talk with them one-on-one, or I can set somebody aside and then I speak with the person politely that this that you are doing is not good, so please, you have to better put a stop to it. And sometimes if the situation is very high, you have to write the student up. Writing the student up is about, they have a software that is available on the online, which every teacher has access to it. So you just pull up the student's name, you write the kind of disruption the person is making or any misbehavior the person is putting up, then you send it to the front office. So it will get to the administrators, and at the right time, they will call the student one after the other and address the issue. Sometimes they have to put them on recess, that is during break time. If you don't want them to go to break, you put them to recess, that is they keep them indoors.
Wow.
They really like going out, play, you know how they are. Always they want to have something doing.
Right.
So if you put them on lunch recess, then you've killed them. So that is one of the ways that we address their issues. If you try telling them that if you joke, I'm gonna put you on break or lunch recess, then they change.
Wow.
So that is one of the strategies the administrators use to address their issues. So our limit is that we can write them up, but we can't beat them, we can't do anything to them. Then the administrators take it up. And another thing that we do is that after you've written the student up, you need to call the parent. We have the parent contact details. Immediately call the parent that this is what the student is doing. So I've written him up or I've written her up. And the principals also consult the parent.
Okay.
So the parent gets notified from both the teacher and then the principal. Therefore, there wouldn't be any problem. But if the student doesn't hear, the parent doesn't hear anything from the teacher, and the principal calls, sometimes most of the parents become mad.
Really?
They will just call you that. Yeah, they will just call you. Hey, Mr. This, why have you written up my student and I don't know anything? You know, I'm the first person you have to consult because I have the right to punish my student or to punish my child. So anything, just consult me. Yeah, there are some parents, they don't joke with their students. Some parents are very, very disciplined in such a way that they even want you to report their students or their words directly to them so that they handle their issues. They don't even want it to pass through the administrators. So that is another way that I can do it. And aside that, I have nothing to do.
Wow. My next question is actually about that. So what outside factors like parents, community, or social media influence students' behavior in your school?
Oh, okay. Parents, like I'm just saying, parents have effect on the students' misbehaviors. Some parents don't joke with their words. Yeah. So it depends on the home that the child is coming from.
Okay.
There are some home, they always back the student or the child. Some of the parents, if you call them that this is what your kid has done, they will never accept it. They will never believe you. Because sometimes they behave differently in the house.
Right.
And they come to the school and behave differently. So parents are factors. Most of them help to shape the students' misbehaviors. Most of them also even worsen the behavior of the students. And it is related to the environment. The environment too might be a factor. When you have an environment where everybody don't care about anything, the students can copy those behaviors and bring it back to the classroom. And it also have an impact on their misbehaviors. So social media too is also one factor. Yeah, so I believe in that. These three factors are strong in making impact on the students' misbehaviors in the class.
I think it's very important that you talk about like parents, because I think for students to excel in the classroom, parents play a huge role. Because they spend just probably 8 hours in the class. But majority of the time they do spend with their parents. So if parents, come in, and then help straighten, like some of the things that students do, I think it will help the students.
It's a very strong thing.
I'm surprised, that because I know that some teachers talk about parents being a bad influence, when it comes to managing students in a classroom. Because anytime you call a parent, the parents, as I think you even said it, the parents would defend the child.
The child, yeah.
But if a parent, is able to say that, yes, my child
it's like this.
It's wrong, and I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I wonder, how many parents would do that.
I've had experience in both cases.
Okay.
But I rarely see those that support their students or their children. Most of them support with the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we call parent conferencing. Sometimes it depends on the situation. If a student does something that is very alarming, that is when we write them up and we invite the parent to the school. So most of the parents, they don't give a chance to the students. In front of the student, they talk to them and warn them not to let the principal or any teacher call them again. If they do, then they're going to end their education. So most parents support us in the classroom in managing their kids' behavior. I quite remember it's only one parent that I had a parent conference and he came and he was just not listening to anybody or just saying that we don't like the child is always this, the child is always that, not knowing that they've sent the child to a special over there. When you are having a very bad behavior, let me put it that way, we have a place that we send you.
Okay.
We can move you from your normal class to a special class that we treat bad students over there. So I think the kid was sent to that place before.
Okay.
And then I also had a bad experience with her. When I wrote her up, the dad was like, "No, always, why is it my kid? Always you are talking about my kid." So that parent was very mad. Wasn't listening to anybody. But in the end, he came down and then apologized to me that he's very sorry about that, but he doesn't joke with the kid.
Okay. My last and last but one question: do you feel supported by school leadership when dealing with discipline issues?
Oh yes. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Our school leaderships, they are very good in supporting the teachers, especially the international teachers here. They really know the kind of behavior the students are having. So always, even if they are not in the class, they are not seeing anything, they always believe in the teacher because they have real experiences with the students. They know what they can do. Yeah. And it is uncommon for a teacher to just report a student without doing anything. Yeah. So before an issue will come to the office, unless the student has put up any bad behavior or anything that is not acceptable. So the principals have been supporting us when the parent comes, especially when the parent is present in the school. They always listen to us and then they add it to it. Like, yes, sometimes I even go to the class, I see your kid doing this, doing that, doing this. And then in that way, you win the heart of the parent. So they have been very supportive, the school leadership.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. All right. So my last question: what advice would you give to a new teacher struggling with classroom learning?
To my experience, what has helped me in managing my students, then I will recommend to any new teacher about building strong relationship with students.
Okay.
You have to try and welcome students as however they are. We need to have a way of talking to them in good terms, coming down to their level, speak with them as if you are even a brother to them or you are a father to them. It enables them to, see you different, and it helps you to have their attention in your classroom. And most of the time, try to contact the parent, and not only bad issues that you report to their parent, but when they do something good, you tell the parent also like it. And then they talk to the kid that for this teacher, he really likes you because when you do something good, he calls me. So with that, it helps you to win the heart of the student every time. And another thing is using the proactive measures.
Okay.
It's not, they are the immediate actions that we can take in order to avoid any bad behavior that might escalate. So when you spot at anything that the student is doing that is going off task or that is going to cause disruption, you just quickly handle it within the classroom setting. And the last thing I also talk about is always planning of activities that will engage the students throughout the instructional period. Because when they are off, that is when they are not having anything doing. But if they have something doing, it is difficult for them to talk, make noise, and do other stuff. So these are the 3 major advice I would give to any new teacher that is struggling with classroom management plans. Yeah.
Thank you very much for such an insightful conversation about classroom management. Now, to my listeners, this is the end of the 2-part series where we dived into the classroom management skills of these amazing teachers in 2 different parts of the world. Till we meet again, my name still remains Richmond Nti. Bye for now.